Starting 5, January 9th, Cavs outlast Thunder in epic heavyweight bout. Cleveland edges out OKC for its 11th straight win, improving its NBA best record to 32-4 with a statement. 5 stories in today's edition basketball. January 9, 2025. History delivers. A one-of-a-kind clash sees Cavs outlast Thunder, with rematch coming next Thursday, 7:30 Eastern Time, TNT. Strength in numbers. How the Cavs' depth shined when it mattered most. Voices from the floor. It was just pure basketball. Roundup. 2 surging East squads stay hot and more from Wednesday's 8-game slate. Defensive duel. Orlando's resilience meets Minnesota with Anthony Edwards on fire. But first, alarm clock. Another night of elite action. More must-see hoops tip-off tonight, highlighted by the Magic's stifling defense taking on a red-hot Anthony Edwards and the Wolves on NBA TV, 70T. Marquee West duel. 7 games get underway on League Pass, including a matchup between the number 2 and 3 seeds in the West, respectively, as the Rockets face the Grizzlies, 8ET. Shape the All-Star Game. Fans can vote on starters for the 2025 All-Star Game every day until January 20th on the NBA app or nba.com with their NBA ID. Don't miss your shot, tap to vote now. 1. Clash of the Titans. Cavs edge Thunder in epic battle. In over 66,000 regular season NBA games, the league had never seen a 15-game win streak collide with a 10-game win streak. 2 teams from different conferences with .850+ win percentages face off this late in a season. Until Wednesday, when the West-leading Thunder met the East-leading Cavs. And fittingly, the historic matchup delivered a classic. Cavaliers 129, Thunder 122, in a game that featured 8 ties and 30 lead changes. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander led the Thunder with a game-high 31 points, while Jalen Williams added 25. But 7 Cavs scored in double figures, as Cleveland outscored OKC 23-15 in the final 9:05 while holding the Thunder scoreless for the final 2 minutes to earn a hard-fought dub in a heavyweight bout with playoff-like intensity. Recap. Hot streaks. It was Cleveland's 11th straight victory, improving its NBA best record to 32-4 while snapping OKC's franchise record win streak at 15 games. Historic start. The Cavs are just the 7th team in NBA history to open a season with a 32-4 record or better. Coming up big, Jarrett Allen led the way for the Cavs with 25 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists and 3 steals, while Evan Mobley added 21 points, 10 boards and 7 dimes. 1-2 punch. They are the first Cavs teammates to each post 20+ points, 10+ rebounds and 5+ assists in the same game since LeBron James and Dwayne Wade on November 17, 2017. Back-and-forth battle. The 30 lead changes were the second most in a game this season, as the top 2 teams in the NBA exchanged haymakers for a full 48 minutes. Thunder strike. SGA had 16 in the first half, helping the Thunder build a 9-point edge early in the second quarter, the largest lead of the game. Cavs clap back. But Cleveland clawed back, and Donovan Mitchell's two-handed hammer right before the half put them up 62-59 at the break. Tug of war. Then, an electrifying 84-point third quarter, the first game this season where both teams scored 40+ points in AQ, saw 14 lead changes and no lead larger than 6, setting up a decisive final frame. The run, down 107-106, Cleveland went on a 8-0 spurt to take control, but SGA kept answering to keep OKC within striking distance. The finish. In the clutch, the Cavs slammed the door, outscoring the Thunder 13-6, including 5-0 in the final 2 minutes to stamp a statement win. The hustle. The Cavs grabbed the final 5 rebounds of the game, including 3 offensive boards to bleed the clock to triple zeros. It felt like a battle the whole night, said Allen post-game. They were scoring, we were scoring. At the end of the night, it came down to which team had more effort. 2. Strength in numbers, a team effort in a historic team win. Before Thursday, the last team to open a season 32-4 or better was the 2015-16 Warriors, who set an NBA record with 73 wins. the 2024-25 Cavs now joined that elite group, becoming just the 7th team in history to reach the milestone. Of the previous 6 squads to hit the mark, 4 went on to win the NBA Finals. 2015-16 Warriors, 34-2 start lost Finals. 1996-97 Bulls, 32-4 won Finals. 1995-96 Bulls, 33-3 won Finals. 1980-81 76ers, 32-4 lost ECF. 1971-72 Lakers, 33-3 won Finals. 1966-67 76ers, 33-3 won Finals. Cleveland's historic start puts it in rare company, and last night, in a historic matchup, the Cavs proved why they belong. Depth shines, with Donovan Mitchell limited to just 11 points, nearly 12 below his season average of 22.9, on 3 of 16 shooting. The Cavs relied on their entire lineup to step up. And they did, at the biggest of moments. Bench boost, Max Struss, 17 points, and Ty Jerome, 15, each shot 6 of 7 off the bench while scoring 6 of the Cavs' 8 points amid the 8-0 run in the fourth that gave them the lead for good. Allen and Spida, minutes later, with OKC down just 4, Jarrett Allen came up with a crucial block, leading to a Mitchell 3 to send Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse into a frenzy. Co-stars close, Evan Mobley dropped 7 points in the fourth, capped by a clutch floater with 1:07 left to push Cleveland's lead back up to 5. The next possession? Darius Garland called game, dropping in a dagger finger roll with 27 ticks left. "That's just what we do," said Allen on Cleveland's depth post-game. "Everybody's ready. Everybody's willing to make the next pass to the open man, and we have a bunch of shooters that can knock down shots." Allen's right. The Cavs are on pace to become the first team in NBA history to shoot over 50% from the field and over 40% from 3 in a single season. On Thursday, they hit both marks, 52.2% FG, 41.7% 3 points, stamping a 36-game start that the league has only seen 6 times before. 3 voices from the floor, reactions to an electric clash. "That was great. Great for the game," said Cavs coach Kenny Atkinson on last night's historic duel. "Doesn't matter who won, who lost, it was a beautiful game. Playoff atmosphere, playoff competition, it was just pure basketball." Atkinson wasn't the only one struck by the game's intensity. Even before the final buzzer, ESPN's play-by-play commentator Mike Breen noted that Wednesday felt different. Breen, right from the opening tip, the competitive, "They stretch you out," said Thunder coach Mark Daigneault post-game. "Because they got those point-of-attack guys, and then they've got the rim presence with the 2 bigs, and then they've got the shooters. You got to be really good in all facets on that end of the floor against them. That's why they're the best offense in the league." OKC, which became the youngest team to earn the top seed in a conference last season, hadn't lost a regular season game since December 1st. Now, the West leaders have a new lesson to learn from as they continue to assert themselves among the best. "It's just what happens when you play against really good opponents," said Daigneault on Wednesday's loss. "It's hard to get them every time when you're playing against great teams. We've beaten our share of good teams over the last week and certainly have confidence, but you got to play up to a really high standard that we didn't reach. In just 7 days, OKC will get another chance to rise to the occasion when they host Cleveland on their home floor." For Roundup, surging East squads, Deer Duo shines and more. The Detroit Pistons are undefeated in 2025 and above .500 through the first 37 games of a season for the first time in 8 years. Pistons 113, Nets 98, Malik Beasley led Detroit with 23 points, while Cade Cunningham added 13 points, 5 boards and 5 assists in 23 minutes as the Pistons pulled away from the Nets to improve to 19-18 on the season. Recap. It's Detroit's 5th straight win and its 9th in the last 11 games, trailing only Cleveland, 11, and OKC, 10, for the most in that span. Pacers 129, Bulls 113, Pascal Siakam dropped 26 points, while Tyrese Halliburton dissected the defense, 16 points, 13 AST, to help lead Indy to its 4th straight win, despite Zach LaVine's 31 points. Recap: Knicks 112, Raptors 98, Karl Anthony Towns was a force, 27 points, 13 reb, and OG Anunoby also notched 27 points against his former team as the Knicks outpaced the Raptors to snap their 3-game skid. Recap: In a must-see matchup between two otherworldly athletes, the Greek Freak and his co-star stole the show. Bucks 121, Spurs 105, Giannis Antetokounmpo, 25 points, 16 reb, 8 AST, and Damian Lillard, 26 points, 8 AST, went off as the Bucks jumped out to a 65-46 lead at the break and never looked back to beat Victor Wembanyama, 10 points, 10 reb, 3 BLK, and the Spurs. Recap: Giannis passes Kareem. With the performance, Giannis overtook Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, 431, for the most double-doubles in Bucks history. 76ers 109, Wizards 103, with the score tied at 103, Tyrese Maxey buried the go-ahead bucket with 24 seconds left, capping a 29-point performance to stave off the Wizards for a Sixers dub. Recap: Nuggets 126, Clippers 103, with Nikola Jokic out, Jamal Murray delivered, 21 points, 9 AST, as Denver never trailed to top Norman Powell, 30 points, and the Clips, who were without Kawhi Leonard. Recap: Blazers 119, Pelicans 100, Denny Avdija, 26, and Shaedon Sharpe, 21, combined for 47 points as the Blazers earned a wire-to-wire win over the Pelicans. Recap: 5 elite defenses clash in another Cantem ISS slate. Few teams have faced more adversity than the Magic this season. On October 30th, the team's leading scorer, Paolo Banchero, suffered a torn right oblique. On December 6th, their second leading scorer, Franz Wagner, was sidelined by the same injury. On December 21st, Moritz Wagner, the team's fourth leading scorer, sustained a season-ending ACL injury. Yet, Orlando's remained a top team in the East, holding the 4th seed or better since November 12 thanks to a next man up mentality and a defense that's allowing the fewest PPG in the NBA, 103.2. No matter who is on the floor, we know how we're going to defend, said Magic coach Jamal Mosley on Orlando's mindset. We know how we're going to keep fighting. Tonight, Orlando will face another top defense, and one of the hottest superstars in the NBA, when it hosts Anthony Edwards and the Wolves on NBA TV, 70T. Howling defense, Minnesota is allowing the 4th fewest PPG in the league, 107.7, and ranks second in def RTG since December 1st, 107.7. Ant on fire. Beginning with a career-high 53 points on Saturday, Edwards is averaging 40.7 PPG in the last 3 outings, capped by a pair of Wolves wins. Paolo's return? Meanwhile, Orlando's star could return soon as Banchero is officially listed as questionable for tonight's matchup. 7 more games get underway tonight on League Pass, highlighted by a marquee West duel. Rockets at Grizzlies, 8 ET separated by just a half game. The Rockets and Grizzlies have shared the number 2 and 3 seeds in the West since December 19, but have been winning in different ways. The Grizzlies rank first in both PPG, 123.1, and pace, 105.4, and second in assists, 30.3. The Rockets are allowing the 3rd fewest PPG, 106.8, and held Memphis to 108 in a 20-point win in the two teams' first matchup this October. Meanwhile, the Cavs will look to extend their 11-game win streak as they host the Raptors, 7 ET, while the Pistons face Steph Curry and the Warriors, 7 ET. Remaining League Pass schedule: Blazers at Mavericks, 8:30 Eastern Time. Hawks at Suns, 9 ET. Heat at Jazz, 9 ET. Hornets at Lakers, 10:30 Eastern Time.